Champions, welcome. The squares have aligned and bingo is nigh. It's time for Elden Squares Season 3. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, we have Team Budget Hitless, who's coming in at 4-1 and looking to make their push for the #1 overall seed in the league. Their primary DLC player is the champion of the most recent Rookie Rumble. He is a master of the base game, but he's picked up DLC quite quickly and is a force to be reckoned with. This man will go for the aggressive plays. There is nothing that will stop him from doing what he believes is optimal. It is none other than Lemon the Spectator and his teammate, a player with some of the most hitless experience in the world. His fights are can't miss action as he looks like Vincent van Gogh painting an artful boss fight. He is one of the best fighters in the entire world. It is none other than Cronies, Mr. Hitless, and their opponents. Fighting out of the blue corner, we have their primary base game player, the man who finished 3rd in the last Rookie Rumble and is looking to extract his revenge on Lemon here today. This man is a beast in the base game and someone who knows every single item pickup there is. The founder of Vicrashian Looting, it is none other than Vicrash, and his teammate, someone who is clearly not ready to start the game as he may have just run to the bathroom. He needs a minute. But he is a very real challenge runner, a player who has done some of the best challenge runners in the world, a man who told us last game that he has a small penis. It is none other than the challenge runner, the bingo player, the man who always comes on late and is looking to push his team into the playoffs, none other than Serious Challenges. Now let's get ready to run that board and square off as soon as Serious gets back.
Oh yeah, you've been getting smooth with those, brother. They're starting to really iron themselves out, I tell you what.
Yeah. I'm glad they're ironing themselves out because I don't type them out beforehand.
Oh yeah, you gotta improv that.
Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did there?
Oh, iron typing. I see what you did. I see what you did.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I hope you stub your toe and step on the Lego, brother.
All right. Well, the players are ready, and here we go. Ratty, center square prediction.
Oh, it's gotta be Melania every time, please.
Please appear at some point, Melania. My God, it has to.
There's enough games.
Come on. Blade of Mercy and Dagger Talisman is the center square. Ooh. From the immediate look at this is a very, very, very DLC heavy board. One of the most DLC heavy boards we've seen. Obviously, I got Blade of Mercy, Yo Chick She's So Thirsty as the center square here. That is a dual progression square. But just looking at all the DLC squares here, Demi-Human Swordmaster, the #1 opposition owns. Loger and Magnus, the Beast Claw, Queeline and Bellarat, Egon's Furled Finger, Ghost Flame Dragons, Two-Handed Sword and Dragon Crest Great Shield, Red Bear and Rao Base, 5 Remembrances. Realistically, you need DLC for that. Do a DLC Remembrance at the Finger Ruins, Egon's Cookbooks, Gaius's Pants, Scatatree Avatar, Sword of Light and Darkness, Romina, Chief Bloodfiend and Sanguine Noble. Hell, you can route mounted bosses in there because of Gaius's Pants. If you're going to kill the Demi-Human Swordmaster, you might as well go ahead and take that Demi-Human Queen. And then Imbued Sword Keys has synergy with the Renala Rush, and so does Memory Stones. Arguably here, what is that, 20 squares that have DLC? Potential,
oh
but
God.
At the very least, there's 17 or 18 squares that require DLC. This is an absolutely ridiculous DLC board here. We're gonna have to see how it gets played out.
I would love to see 2 players getting into the DLC for the teams on this board. Obviously, don't sell base game, but I've yet to commentate a game where I've really seen something this aggressive on the DLC.
Yeah.
And with good synergy, like you said, on base game squares, like the DLC could end up sniping base game squares from the base game player on the other team.
Yeah, and the question is, we know, so typically we have the primary DLC players at the top of the screen for their teams, right? Lemon being the primary base game player or DLC player for Budget Hitless, Sirius being the primary DLC player for Asteroid Destroyers. The question is, though, how prepped are Cronies and Vikrash on the DLC, right? Because they're gonna have to get some DLC squares and make an impact on this game, right? They're just simply not, very normally the square set is designed to slightly favor DLC in terms of the squares that appear, right? Slightly favor base game. It's about a 55-45 split. In practice, it ends up being a little bit less for reasons that we're aware of. But yeah, very rare to see a board this DLC heavy. How prepped are the teams for this type of a thing? That's one of the things I love about Bingo and the way we run our leagues, right? You need to be prepared for all outcomes, right? Because they just might happen in the real game. And here we are in a real game with a very atypical board, and let's see how the players handle it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And Lemon looks like, I think he went Rivers of Blood. Cronies with the Starfist, Sirius with the Starfist. I mean, best weapon in the game.
In
Also,
that Starfist class also has Dragon Scale. So if you want to go for Abductor Virgins with Dragon Scale and then send Starfist, you can do that. Obviously we give the Hitless runner the Hitless weapon in the Starfist, right? He did Morgott +0 with Starfist yesterday, actually. For Remembrance Boss Fist only, he had Starfist. +0 is all he needed. He just put on Blue Dancer Charm, Rotten Winged, Cold Affinity, Hitless that guy, and it made it look easy.
Disgusting. I think we saw Vikrash with the Dragon Halberd as well. Pretty notoriously goated bingo weapon.
Yeah.
So, strong weapon seed. Nothing to be concerned about here in terms of checks almost. Just rip your rushes, rip your squares.
Lemon might be playing for content and going with Rivers of Blood. There is a chance. That could be happening. We'll see. We'll see what they decide to do.
I don't hate slash and fire damage on this board. Pseudo Tree Avatar, Demi-Humans.
Lemon has Rivers of Blood, dude. No way he actually sends this, right?
Why not?
A lot of reasons. It's bad. Yeah.
It's a bold choice.
The bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
And all players now just getting into their setup, gathering stones, getting their DLC and Altus unlocked, I'm sure, here. Nothing unusual.
Yeah, actually, last night there was a game played with Rivers of Blood where it was on Vagabond, and all 4 players decided that they're doing Rivers of Blood only, the bingo game. And it was confirmed to be trash. Like, terrible.
I believe it. Tragically. Casual casual Elden Ring fans pissed.
Pre-patch Rivers of Blood to add to the competitive balance. Dude, that'd actually be crazy. What if we did like a one-off bingo event or something where we returned every weapon to their most broken state ever, right? So like you had pre-nerf Sonaf, pre-nerf Ice Rind, pre-nerf Rivers of Blood. What else got nerfed really hard? The broken determination bug, introduced that back in there.
Oh, there you go.
Also, Bloody Slash used to be broken as hell. That shit was so good.
Yep.
That would be funny. Yeah, there's a lot you could do. So many of the weapons have been broken at one point or another.
I am curious to see Lemon if he actually sticks with this.
I mean, the problem
especially
is
with like Starfist, D-Halb, everything else. Lemon
could
get into a little bit of trouble with that weapon.
The biggest problem, in my opinion, is the stats, right? Like getting it online is hell.
Yep. 100%. Kind of less so maybe in this format. There is more runes, but that initial start, like, you could lose a lot of time.
I mean, he's going for Dex tier. He's ripping it.
He's doing it. I respect the dog. The aura buff is real.
Yeah. I mean, the concerning thing is, like, this is a DLC heavy board, and ain't no way he makes it to the DLC first.
Yeah, that's true.
Nexus believe it's gonna be good. Like, I guess, actually, it's good on Romina.
I like it on this board.
It's good on Romina. It's good on Scatatree Avatar. It works on Gaius. I guess it's good for Loger and Magnus. It's good for NPCs, actually, with the Ash. Gonna suck ass for Ghost Flame Dragons.
I think Demi-Human Queens are weak to slash. Am I talking out my ass there?
I think so. They definitely bleed. Red Bear and Rao Bait. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
I guess if also you consider the fact that Cronies is probably going to go into has to go into the DLC at some point to get some of the squares, right?
Yeah, if you're already playing around double DLC, maybe picking a weapon that has a little more of an advantage on some of these squares, right?
Oh, is there a golden epitaph in Roundtable for Last Rites?
Ooh.
Yeah, that Last Rites Ash of War, it's very similar to Sacred Blade, except it's an aura buff, meaning that you don't have to actually use the weapon. You can use that buff and then use whatever weapon you want.
And that Ash of War does hit dragon heads. That actually would make Ghost Flame Dragons very viable with Rivers of Blood.
Yeah.
That's deep cut. That's some deep knowledge if Lemon was thinking about that.
Well, Cronies and Lemon do a great job of like thinking about that stuff. Like, you know, if there's ever, they always check spells for stuff like Flame Grant Me Strength. They're very good about thinking about the little niche tech. They're hitless runners, right? That's kind of what hitless is abusing niche tech to break the game in half while not making any mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. Vakrosh and Sirius as a team pulling up to Rhea Lucaria.
As a team? Yeah. Well, not as a team, as an opposition. Or actually, no, Vakrosh is ahead. Yes, Vakrosh is pulling up. Vakrosh has to be going Virgins here.
I think so. Dragon Halberd especially.
I think that makes sense too. Magmaworm and Theodorix is very well known to be a favorite square. Oh my God, Vakrosh, why did you not quit out? Why didn't you? What? Crash. Oh, no. Why wouldn't you quit out, bro? There. That's a huge time loss.
And Cronies is just rushing Makar, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Cronies is...
at least getting the grace.
Cronies is the one who's kind of... he was the earliest adapter of the Makar rush, right? He was doing this all the way back before it's really increased in viability in the meta, but he was the earliest adapter, right? In the early meta, Virgins was the most popular, right? And then Makar was probably the least popular of the three ways into Altus. But Cronies was a very early adapter of that. It makes sense for Vakrosh to not want to contest it and just take Dragon Halberd, right, and go Virgins, but that death is very unfortunate, especially because really avoidable, right? All he had to do was quit out. Granted, he did survive, but then the dog came and finished him off.
Yep. We do have our first fight here with Lemon on Red Wolf.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Yeah, the damage is not impressive. Did get a bleed, which honestly, not as hard on Red Wolf, but I feel like a lot of times status effects are rare. So, Rivers of Blood doing Rivers of Blood things.
For +0, this isn't horrendous.
No.
I guess it's just, the problem is just given the weapons, the other weapons on the board, right? But to be fair, Dragons, like, I will say, I think the fall off, it is known that Dragon Halberd is much better earlier on. And that is true. Like, in terms of like +4 and below, it's the best weapon in the game, best Swamber weapon in the game. Like in our, that or Dragon Skill, pretty much in our people as well. Anything with those innate buffs, right?
Yeah.
And it is known that it falls off. Like, it's not a top 10 weapon in the late game, right? But I do think the fall off is overstated. I think it is still a very good weapon.
Oh, very much. Now, Sirius on his Red Wolf with the spiky balls and yeah, I mean damage.
And he actually is plus 12. I think he already went to Caleb. That's why he was slower than Lemon. A lot of players rush it plus 9 into Red Wolf, but Sirius prefers to go to Caleb to get the 12. Reason being is that depending on your stone route within the DLC, there's 2 main routes. There is forges, which you go to Telu's forge, and with that forge you can get all the way from plus 9 to plus 25 just with that route and the forge and the pickups around it. The other way is forts, and to do the forts route, you go to Reprimand. Reprimand gets you your 5s, 6s, and 8s. Then you need to go to Fogrift for your 7s, and you have to go to Caled for your 4s, right? So if you know you're going to go forts anyways, I think technically you are slightly slower into the DLC, but it makes sense to go grab your 4s now. Just go ahead and get up to plus 12, especially because Starfists are cheap. You can afford the upgrades. We're going to go full screen with Cronies here for Magma Worm Makar.
Already picked up Hoarfrost Stomp for those as well.
Yep.
So a lovely Frost Bleed spiky balls. A personal favorite.
For everyone, but especially Cronies.
Who doesn't love it? I mean, yeah, look at that damage.
I mean, he's literally like he told us yesterday because we asked him in the post-match interview about the decision to do. Very nicely done there.
God. Insane.
Let's go check in with Vikrash as he goes for Red Wolf. But we asked him yesterday about the decision to do Margit with plus 0 weapon. And he was like, oh yeah, like I've routed, but I never finished RL1 plus 0 no hit. And I've done that a million times and balls are broken. So yeah.
That's a good breakdown.
Very nicely done by both Vikrash and Sirius there. They move on. Also, I do just want to fill anyone in if people are newer to the format. I know Brawlers just ended, and big congratulations to Tom and Bree for winning that. So if we do have anyone new here who's trying to stay up, get more bingo action now that the Brawlers season is open or finished, this is Elden Squares Bingo. We are in week 6 of 8 before playoffs. It is base game plus DLC 2v2. So that is where the similarities to Bingo Brawlers end. It is a completely different mod, completely different format. Both teams start out in the base game in Roundtable Hold. You have unlocked graces at the start of the game, as we'll go full screen with Lemon here for Margit, see how the Rivers of Blood goes. You have unlocked graces at the start, and then once you get Altus access via either Makar, Dectus, or Virgins, you get access to unlocked post-Altus graces. Now, I said this is base game plus DLC. In order to get into the DLC, you need to kill any 2 remembrances. Any 2 will do, and then you unlock graces in the DLC. You also get some Scatter-Tree fragments to start because you don't start with upgraded weapons. You have to get your upgrades. You start with Vigor, these sorts of things. And as a reward for progressing both into Altus and into the DLC, you get Flask upgrades. Finally, of note, there are no combined squares, and bingos do not win in this format, but they are 2 bonus points. The first team to 13 points wins, and we got to go full screen with Cronies here because he is going very aggressive for Magma Worm Theodorix right off rip.
Yeah. I mean, insane call, but because it's him.
I mean, we've seen it's not even necessarily because it's him. We've seen multiple teams doing the Theo rush. Getting that first big kill is so valuable due to the amount of runes that you get. So while it does look scary, I think it makes perfect sense. And meanwhile, we see Lemon actually go down there in Stormvale Castle to the ballistas. That's very unfortunate here. This is going to be a long fight for Cronies, so we're going to go to the dual screen with him and Sirius, who's working on Godric. Cronies is in the top left now. Big bleed there. Man, Cronies is making quick work of Theo. This is actually could be
hate to see him coming, dude.
This actually could be the fastest Magma Worm Theo mark all season. The current record is held by Iron with Death's Poker. What was the time on that? 13 something? Cronies has a chance to beat him here. Not that the speed run record matters, but it just is of note. Sorry, wrong stream. My apologies.
Status effect here, and he'll about have it.
Oh, it was 12:30 by Iron. Never mind. He's not beating that. He's not beating that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was 13:30. Now this is the business end. I mean, I know he is Mr. Hitless, but this is where you got to do the fight. He might be able to live one shot, but has to do this. I would want to do it hitless. I would not feel safe with that amount of Vig. But
there's
very nice job there by Cronies.
Oh my god.
Dude, he killed the boss before the music kicked in. There it is. Yeah, Magworm Theo down in under 13 minutes with the smithing weapon. Obviously, it was Starfist, but very impressive.
Yeah. Limit in on Godric because we see Vakrosh probably grabbing stone here, then... Oh.
Yeah, or he might go for Noble off rip. I think he is. Progress toward Blade of Mercy and Dagger Talisman. He also could potentially use Rykard as his way into the DLC because it's going to be super important for both players, not just the primary DLC player, to get on into the DLC on this heavy of a board. We're going to go ahead and go full screen with the crash here for Godskin Noble. Yeah, just a little bit of a time save in the long run because there's not necessarily a fantastic grace to grab. To get both virgins and the somber stone, virgins and the somber stones that you want, and Noble, right? It's kind of like you need to kill Noble now.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Sirius is on Renala.
That should be pretty free.
In phase 2, Renala doesn't play, but we see this a lot, so we're gonna go ahead and stay with the crash here. Here comes the rollout. Personal, what's your... I hate the pill. I'm glad he's not going for Pillar Tech. Personally, I find this much more consistent. Except he's lost him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He lost him. Get out of there.
Sometimes.
Okay, Vakrosh gets out of there. Out of heals, though. Can take probably one more shot.
Yep.
There it is. Noble presence. He can take one more Noble Presence, but that's... I don't think anything else other than maybe a light flurry. Or a light blow, like a glancing blow. Oh my god, rollout comes out again.
I mean, I do like Pillar Tech. I do it a lot, but it is arguably more consistent to do this. The problem is I just find it very
inconsistent. Oh, and Vakrosh goes down. That was really bad RNG, to be fair, but that sucks. We'll go with Sirius here for Renala, as he will beat the first to the DLC. In a vacuum, it looks like it's not the fastest time ever. I know players try to target under 15 minutes. But that being said, he already grabbed his smithing 4s. So this is under 16 for the Renala kill with grabbing the smithing 4s already. That's a very solid time. Very, very good DLC entry by Cronies. Or by Furious, my apologies.
Lemon chasing on that, heading in for Renala now as well.
In the guy, I think the man who's moving silently right now after marking the big Magworm Theodorix could be in the long run the most dangerous guy in this game. Cronies is setting up his smithing stones. He's getting absolutely juiced. He has all the money from killing Theo, and we'll see what he can do here. The question is, how does he look to make the impact on this game? Because very few base game squares left, shockingly.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, there is...
We kind of at the beginning.
Imbued
really
keys, ritual sword and shield, memory stones, friendly NPCs, Sage's Cave, Elimer, mounted bosses, demi-human queens. But mounted bosses and demi-human queens can both be done with the DLC, and both memory stones and imbued keys kind of make more sense for the player rushing into the DLC. Granted, I would not be surprised if a crash in particular here kills Noble and then just goes full DLC rush basically as well. Noble, Godric, Renala, or Noble, Rykard, Renala, right? Get into the DLC, acquire Blade of Mercy and Dagger Talisman. Vakrosh once again out of heals.
A second death here would be
Lemon gets
pretty
down
devastating, I
Renala.
think.
Oh, there comes Noble. He's dead to one more Noble Presence. Oh, great roll.
Excellent dodge on that one. There is a little tell on that attack, but honestly, it's pretty much a vibe check. You just kind of have to feel it coming.
The Marshmallow attack comes out. He might be pretty close to a stagger. Chooses to greed this. Steps in the fire. And goes down. That's a brutal start for the Crash.
Thunderdome.
I wonder, I wish we had a poise counter there. I think if he would have jumped in with a jumped R2 instead of an R1, there's a decent chance he could have staggered. Like, he might have just needed to greet it a little bit harder. Because, yeah, now he's in serious trouble. No pun intended, unironically. Cronies is actually just going to continue to work on the base game squares. I think this makes sense because you can go Ritual Sword, Ritual Shield, right? And then you can have access to Morgott for one of your Remembrance bosses in order to get into the DLC here. And Cronies is ripping the full Hitless setup. He's saying, like, no Blue Dancer, no Red Feather. You know what, dude? Cronies is going to have a ridiculous setup here.
Yeah.
Nay, Axe Talisman spiked. He's going to have Rotten Winged is actually really good on Starfist because the way it works, it procs the multi-hit, right? So he's going to be able to have Blue Dancer, Rotten Winged, Ritual Sword, and then could run Ritual Shield, could run Dragon Crest. He'll have some options for his fourth talisman slot. If you're wondering where these players get these talismans, Ritual Sword and Ritual Shield are obviously a square, but talismans like Blue Dancer and Rotten Winged, as well as the defensive talismans with the exception of Ritual Shield, are available from a talisman shop in Roundtable thanks to our benevolent leader, Bernie Bingo.
Yep. We do love our leader. Shout out.
The god of this game.
I think Sirius has also, I don't know if he upgraded, but he definitely collected, I think, all the stones now and is making his way through the DLC.
Yeah, Lemon is already making his way into back section here. There's a lot in back section. This is a very strong back section board. Back section meaning going through Church District, right? You have Scatatree Avatar. You have Gaius's Pants, meaning kill Commander Gaius and then kill the real boss. That is the Lieutenant Archer. And you have Duper Remembrance at the Finger Ruins, which normally we see the one in South, but you could do the one in Hinterlands here.
Yep. And I believe Lemon did skip Oh Mother there, which I did want to mention.
Oh, he
ran
skipped
over
Oh
it,
Mother?
but I didn't see the pickup, so I don't know if he didn't notice, but it looked like he didn't pick it up, even though he ran over it.
Yeah, because
something to keep an eye on long term here if he's thinking dupe there after
Oh,
Gaius.
and he dies. Did he grab? He missed the jump in Church District.
That's a rare one.
Did he grab the Grace? Okay, he did. That's no big deal. That's no big deal.
Crush is pushing sword keys as well right now. Just grabbed
I think
the
Oh
one
Mother's
up at the top of Belfries.
Oh Mother's also good because granted there's no DLC bosses on the board, but the Tree Sentinels and the Hinterlands count as two individual bosses because you get enemy felled after each one, right? So you could potentially use those two as mounted bosses, right? Hinterlands, Tree Scent, Hinterlands, Tree Scent, Gaius, that's three mounted bosses, right? The reason why it's changed from horse bosses to mounted bosses is because Gaius is a hog rider.
Oh yeah. A terrible one. But he's one nonetheless.
Don't you shit on my beautiful boy. Deplorable. You don't like Gaius, bro?
Cronies deep into capital already. Probably eyeing
Cronies.
sword and shield.
And there goes imbued sword keys. Also, thank you to chat bullying me last game. We now have board dings.
Let's go. That is what he's looking at.
Does PCR
There was some
count?
value on row 1 there for like having your base game player just push 3 keys, Ritual Sword and Shield and Memory Stones. And there's not a lot for the DLC player to clean up, but I think both teams are going to shut that down.
Well, the other thing too is I think that's big for Vikrash, right? Because obviously he made some mistakes there early, right? But go ahead, just get the square on the board, hear that beautiful ding, right? And build some confidence, right?
100%. That first square mark does so much to kind of, if you have any nerves, settle them down and just get you locked in.
Vikrash is going in here for the Abductor Virgin duo. Also, I just made the realization, if I ever play a bingo game again, I never actually play with the board sounds on. I hate them as a player. I'm going to leave those on, and I'm totally going to die in a game because it's going to scare the shit out of me. Vikrash gets grabbed there. Mash, 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 mash.
Escape.
Okay. Only a 4 tick. Only a 4 tick. Me personally, I would have gotten a 3 tick, but acceptable. Acceptable mashing. All right, Sagar on the first one. Takes it out. This is a sketchy attack. Very nicely done. Dude, the reason why I get a 3 trick is that the 3 tick is that I literally bought a controller with hair triggers. I have a performance enhancing advantage, so it's faster to mash.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Cronies here is going to go in
Swift Spear.
Oh, that's big. That's so big.
Holy shit.
The reason why we said mash is because if you get grabbed in this game, particularly by Abductor Virgins, a lot of grabs, not all of them, if you mash your triggers, you can escape the grab early.
Yep.
There goes Ritual Sword and Ritual Shield, so it's now a 2-1 lead early on for budget Hitless. This board has a lot of kind of preparation, right? Due to the amount of progression that's needed with the amount of DLC on the board. Not surprised to see some preparation early, and then the board will explode. You know, most games are probably about, most boards could be blacked out by the teams in an hour and 15 at the most, unless there's meta. It's like an hour and 15 to black out the entire board.
Yeah, it moves quick. There's sort of the Stone Sheath Sword for Lemon.
Yep.
Setting up that little square in the bottom left corner there.
One half of the Sword of Light and Dark. Realistically, to finish this off, he will probably just make his way into... He can do that on the way to Romina, which is exactly what he's doing now.
Yep. That's by far the best way to do that on this board. Looking on how confident he is in his Romina. Not a lot of health, but Rivers of Blood will probably be at its best there or Skadutri Avatar, and that would be a nice group of runes and then 2 quick marks for him.
Yeah, and I think Cronies here is actually going to start to work on mounted bosses while also working on his DLC access potentially. He can take out this Knight's Cav here, and then Radahn obviously is a mounted boss because of Leonard. Shout out Leonard.
Shout
My
out.
goat.
Best character in the game. Oh my god, the damage. Spiky balls.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen those numbers.
Spiky balls, rotten winged, blue dancer. That'll do it, right?
Jesus.
I mean, that's the thing, right? That's why I liked I like the idea of adding blue dancer to the talisman shop. Because yes, don't get me wrong, it makes it very risky. You're running without armor, but it does reward those who are able to have such fine execution, right? To do these fights without making mistakes, and Cronies is able to do that.
Oh, 100%. Blue Dancer is maybe now less underrated, but was for a long time a very underrated talisman, I think.
Yeah, it's so good. I also want to say, because we have a little bit of a lull in the action before, I think we will literally be just back and forth for the next 30 minutes. So while we have time, I do want to say, if anyone is enjoying the bingo action, first off, you can drop me a follow. I'd really appreciate it. We're in week 6 of 8 plus playoffs, so still plenty of bingo ahead. And also, if you want to get into bingo, rando, anything like that yourself, you can come join the team Ignite. We are a wonderful community that specializes in, the more competitive side of Elden Ring. We have coaches to help you get into everything. And to add as a testament to our credibility, last night I was projecting the standings of Randocalypse with Thomas right after 3 seeds. We were kind of doing some projections. 8 out of the top 10 are likely Ignite members.
Oh my God.
And that's not counting Shura because he was not able to complete the first seed. But if it was counting Shura, it could be 10 out of the top 11. Or sorry, 9 out of the top 11. Yeah, there goes Sword of Light and Darkness.
All right, come on, Limited. Show us that Rivers of Blood in a fight.
I mean, it's going to be good on Romina. It'll be good on Romina. Romina is not a mounted boss, by the way. She is one with the Scorpion, not a Scorpion rider. Yeah, Mewtwo, there's a chance that it's myself, Helios, Eofto, Iron, Ellie. Who else am I missing? Thomas. Lemon goes down there.
Yeah, those bugs will get you.
We're gonna go
whatever. A big run. That section is actually very annoying.
Serious. Who's literally playing right now? I think I'm missing one person. I am missing one person. Whatever.
Cronies on Radon. If you want to see some flawless execution, this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, if Cronies gets hit here, I'm gonna make them forfeit. I will just end the board and give the win to Sirius and Crash.
Yeah, Radon's not making it to phase 2.
Yep. Didn't even get to do the down slam. Just utterly destroyed.
Insane. I mean, that's literally the hitless. This is the hitless build for that boss. Actually, that is what now? 3 mounted bosses for Team Budget hitless. Crony's making some good work here.
And now Sirius is going in for Commander Gaius here. Granted, Gaius is the easy part of the square. The pants are the hard part. Because you have to kill the Albinoric Archer who does not play. Very good opener. The dual status is going to do a lot of work here. Oh my God, Lemon died to the Cumbugs again.
That section is evil with low Vig, man. It's like really hard to get through.
Yeah. Well, he shouldn't even be going there. He's going the wrong way. He should go up the elevator.
100%.
It's A, it's faster, and B, there are no Cumbugs. Oh, he needs his runes? Oh God.
True.
That's really bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if he can make it through there.
I don't think he can.
Get his runes. He might have to sack those.
Yeah, he might have to sack them. And figure out how to play around it. Vikrashir is now going for Sage's Cave, taking care of Gary Garrison. Cronies is about to kill his 5th mounted boss. Very nice roll by Sirius there on the kick. That kick can double hit you and just kill you.
Yep. That riposte should do it. Yeah.
Yep. Sirius gets that down. Now he goes for the real boss. The Crashier does not have the torch. He is just full sending Invis Assassin. Granted, he has frost, so as long as he can proc the frost, it makes it much easier to see the assassin because the particle effects don't go away. But this is annoying. And actually, is Sirius holding Gaius' pants? No. Vikrash gets backstabbed. He's in a lot of trouble. Down to 1.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sirius is holding Gaius' pants. He kills Gaius and then holds. Still no frost proc there for Vikrash. Down to 2 heals. He needs to heal now because if he gets backstabbed, he's dead. Heal. Heal.
Ooh.
Cronus is fighting Goldfree here. All right, and there goes that. And then Sirius claims the dupe, and all of a sudden we now have the Asteroid Destroyers who are up tied 3-3. And I think Lemon was able to somehow get through there and get his runes back. I have no idea how, but he got it.
I mean, there you go. Take it. And yeah, that was quite a bit of runes.
Oh my god, he didn't dupe at a finger ruin. That's a mismark.
Yeah, that was at the church.
Yeah, that's a mismark. That means Sirius is locked out of the square. Ratty, can I have you, once the Latenna fight is over, can I have you go down there and tell Sirius that he is locked out of that square? Yep. You can tell them that Vikrash can still claim the square, but Sirius is locked out, and then please go tell Lemon and Cronus that Sirius is locked out of that square, but Vikrash can still mark it.
Sounds good.
That's very unfortunate. For a second, I thought you were saying mismark because he accidentally duped a base game remembrance. All right, you can go now, Reddy. Yeah, for a second, I thought you were saying mismark because he accidentally duped a base game remembrance, and I was like, I don't think that's worth shifting the tide of the game for. But even though technically yes, but yeah, that's an objective mismark. That just, yeah, that's not the square. And he was so close to a finger ruin. Where did those crows come from? Where did that crow sound come from? I genuinely have no idea. Oh, is that the sound of unmarking a square? That scared the hell out of me. Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sirius was not happy.
Yeah, I can imagine, because he could have just ran to the one in Hinterlands, but yeah, I mean, that just... He didn't read the square. I thought he mismarked because he accidentally duped a base game one. I thought that's what chat was saying. I didn't register.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I would have talked about him after, but I'm not going to swing the game that much because of one button press, right? That would have been like a don't do it again. All right, it is 3-3 now. And yes, it does look like an Elmer race. And actually, I think Vikrash is ahead here because Cronus had a death there on the Elmer race. God, I'm getting my forehead off the screen. Get down. Bad forehead.
Unedited photo, by the way.
Yeah, unedited. That photo's totally unedited. But yeah, Vikrash is ahead. So yeah, and just to be clear, again, Vikrash can still, we have decided for the doubles, Vikrash can still mark DLC Remembrance at Finger Ruins, but Sirius cannot. That is what we have decided on. I mean, Cronus is going to go light up Elmer, but I don't think he has time to make it unless Vikrash has a big mistake here, because Cronus will kill him way faster, but Vikrash is halfway through already.
Yeah.
And there it is. There goes Elmer. And Cronus gets sniped.
Oof. I mean, good for Vikrash and Sirius after the mismark, though. You kind of need that.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
They don't know they sniped, but that does help.
And despite the
Sirius was
mismark,
funny when I went to tell him, there's a finger rune under the church. Come on.
no, that does not. He knows better. He should know better. Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Love to see the competitive spirit though. It was good.
I will say though, I actually like Vikrash and Sirius are in a good spot because Lemon dying lost so much time. Like he's going to upgrade now, but Sirius very well could snipe him on Romina.
Oh, 100%. Actually,
In this,
yeah, seriously, close.
And then the column 2 becomes a very real threat for the asteroid destroyers here. Because Egon's
100%.
cookbooks and Furled Finger, they're both south. The only problem is actually this is the one fight where I would rather take Rivers of Blood is ADM. I'd rather have Rivers of Blood than Starfist for ADM, unironically. Cronus goes and lights up Morgott, and I literally could barely tell he was on the screen. That's the second Remembrance down for Cronus, so now Cronus has DLC access. And he's currently sitting at 5 mounted bosses, so he has the opportunity to go ahead and finish that up very quickly. The Crash is going to work on Radahn. Unless Cronus holds this for all eternity, because I think he just needs to kill Tree Sentinel. The Crash will not get mounted bosses, but he will get a Remembrance down to help get him access towards the DLC.
Will be big. I'd really like having 2 players in the DLC here.
Yeah.
Especially with...
And this is going to be a Romina race. This
up.
is going to be a Romina race. For the first time ever, are we seeing a good game with Ratty on commentary? I don't believe it.
It's only happened once. Can we get the 2-timer? Did Who's Just Commentator curse his fellow commentator? Lemon will start a little ahead here, and possibly with the better weapon. We'll have to see.
Oh, it doesn't look good. I mean, he just got a corpse piler off and did no damage.
710.
Yeah. Is this thing plus maxed? Is this plus 9? Yeah, I mean, Sirius does so much damage and has dual status versus single status. And Lemon goes down there.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's Sirius a square to lose now. That's enough of a lead.
Yeah, this is a big lead for Sirius. We're going to go ahead and just put him on the full screen here.
I don't think there's a world where Lemon can catch up, barring some insane stalling or a death.
Yeah, no, it'd have to be a death. It would have to be a death. Cronus is now going to work on Blade of Mercy and Dagger Talisman. The Crash is continuing to go towards Radahn in order to mark that, in order to get into the DLC. Yeah. I think Cronus taking Starfist was a big mistake here. I think Cronus...
Well, honestly, had Lemon not had the runes issue, I think he gets this.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see longer term, but I think that's probably less the deciding factor here.
I mean, is it a case that Lemon took this game a little lightly? I wouldn't I
mean, we talked about how Rivers of Blood did look kind of good on this board.
Yeah, I mean, he's also making some mistakes, 100%. This is a very uncharacteristic game from him.
I think that's the much bigger issue here. I think the weapon definitely would have been fine.
I mean, Rivers of Blood should, in theory, be good here. Yeah, and Lemon immediately notices that he's in trouble and is going to ADM. I mean, that's good recognition that he's very likely to get sniped there, and there it comes. So he goes to ADM because they need to take care of this threat on the column 2. The Asteroid Destroyers have budget Hitless in trouble here, in very serious trouble.
Yeah, pretty quick turnaround there. A little mismark, but just still had the game plan that put them ahead here and are in a really good spot as we kind of get to a point where all the squares are starting to pop off now.
Yeah, because I mean, the Asteroid Destroyers, right? They played a great game in their last game, right? But Budget Hitless was definitely the favorite coming into this, right? They were, 4-1 versus 1-3, right? And this would be a massive upset, not only for the Asteroid Destroyers, but like it'll have big ramifications on the league, right? As Asteroid Destroyers will put themselves at 2-3 and very firmly into playoff contention, right? Meanwhile, for Budget Hitless, this is a tough loss as they try to, they should be good for playoffs still. Obviously, they need to get another win, but will not help their case for a first round bye if the result holds.
It could be, a big swing in the standings here. Yeah,
affecting both sides, both the top and both the first round bye fight and the fight for the playoffs.
Definitely.
Because actually this is Lemon here is going into Ancient Dragon, man. But yeah, this is the first time in the history of the Golden Order after 3 seasons that every single team/player in the Golden Order has gotten a win. And we might see every team/player get 2 wins. We talked about beforehand how we felt like the Golden Order was more competitive than ever. And I think we really are seeing that.
Definitely.
Sirius is going for Scadutree Avatar. This will actually be a double mark for him as he'll get both Scadutree Avatar and 5 Remembrances.
It's insane pace.
Yeah, I mean, that Sirius is so dangerous when you can just let him cook, right? When he can just cook on the bosses, he's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. If there's a weakness with Sirius in the DLC, it'd be when it gets more tactical, right? But if it's just a kill board, bruh, like he's a monster.
Lemon does get down ADM there.
Lemon does get down ADM.
Should be able to take care of column 2 pretty freely here.
But we will go full screen with Sirius here for Sunflower, and this will be a double mark that could bring it to a 7-3 game.
Everyone's favorite boss, the Sunflower.
People have actually started to really like this guy. Your takes are you got cringe challenge runner takes, ready? You don't have the.
Listen, everyone's entitled to an opinion, and that opinion can be wrong. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Yeah. Your opinion is wrong.
Fuck the Sunflower, man.
Ooh, really nice job there that was really beautiful by Sirius. Just normally after the charges, you end up pretty far away from the Sunflower. That was really incredible positioning.
Yeah, you can telegraph that. So it always spawns, I believe, in front of you. So if you're facing the right direction, you can set that up.
Sirius gets caught there. Lemons is... I imagine he goes cookbooks first, not Egon's Furled Finger. Just get the collection square, just guarantee the block, right?
Yep.
Come on, Sirius.
That's what he needed.
Yeah, got a little tagged up there in phase 2, but still has plenty of heals here for phase 3. Does still get the vacuum riposte on the Sunflower. That's good. I thought he wasn't going to get it.
Right there for a second with it in the wall.
Cronies is about to mark Blade of Mercy and Dagger Talisman. That'll bring it to 5-4 briefly. And Lemon's about to mark, so that'll bring it 5-5. But yeah, so... we are at 5-5, but Cronies is going to double mark here. No, sorry, 5-4. Cronies just accidentally clicked the wrong square for a second. And there goes Scattertree Avatar down. There is the double mark. So
Insane
7-4.
from Sirius.
The biggest problem for the Asteroid Destroyers right now is that the Crash still has to kill one more Remembrance to get into the DLC, while both Lemon and Cronies have DLC access.
The Crash is working on that, though. That'll be a short-lived advantage.
Yeah. There goes Egon's cookbooks for Lem. The column 2 in the row 4, which granted the row 4 was not as serious of a threat because of due to the mismark, but that is blocked, and we are now at a 7-5 game. And
the
Diag, yeah, friendly NPCs and memory stones. And actually, if Crash was working on memory stones, he should kill. He's right next to Gostok. He should go do friendly NPCs now. Through getting into the DLC, just send friendly NPCs, and I think he will.
Smart.
I saw he has not finished it, but he already picked up some memory stones. If I was to Crash, you could probably go kill Nefeli and then grab the Godric Grace, but after that, go kill friendly NPCs.
Yeah. I mean, the 2 in Stormville, since he's already coming this way, actually really nice. Kind of works out for him there with that Diag popping up right at that time.
Yeah. But Crash needs to stop this Diag. Has to.
Yep.
Because I believe they're dealing with a dual-pronged threat, because Lemon is working on memory stones. Meanwhile, Cronies is going into Stormvale. This has to be for quick access to friendly NPCs.
Yep.
There's no other reason for him to go Stormvale. He already has DLC access.
As long as Vakrosh full pushes it, he should be good to go here. But I do like budget Hitless just calling on that line. I think that's a really good gamble to make at this point in the game. Down 2.
Yeah.
May not pay off, though.
I mean, we'll see. It would be a massive swing in this game if it does, because the 2 squares would pop. That would tie it up. And then the bonus 2 for the bingo would bring it to 9-7. And since that is a diagonal bingo, since that is, it blocks everything. Diags are so strong in this format, because if you get bingo, the best way to fight back is to counter bingo. That being said, Asteroid Destroyers will have no way to counter. However, the Crash is going for... This is a weird tree skip from Cronies. Okay, I didn't know there was a different way to do that.
Yeah,
that looks faster. That looks faster.
Learn something new every time you watch. Yeah, that is a weird Bellrat skip. I'm sure many people are familiar with that tree being used to skip. Maybe all of us not familiar with that version of it.
Yeah, and actually, it looks like Lemon Cronies backed out here. They're not pushing the line.
Unfortunate. I think they could have gotten it with Crash going Godric.
Yeah. Granted, he might run all the way through and then go kill Tops. Sirius is going Queeline and Bellorat here. This is a very tight game.
Yep. I mean, that was my one concern with him going so hard for the line, is you give Sirius a lot of time in the DLC.
Yeah, because they are backing out of it. It's looking like right now, Cronies is working on Red Bear and Rao base, and Lemon is going for the Demi-Human Swordmaster. He also could kill Demi-Human Queen Mariga after that, as Cronies gets Sirius gets absolutely abused there by Queeline with the jump attacks.
The bull cut poker, dude. You gotta watch out for that, man.
The bull cut poker.
He's a dangerous guy. I tell you what.
He's a dangerous man with bad intentions. Speaking of dangerous men, we got Lemon here going for the Demi-Human Swordmaster, owns his little cousin. Oh, Corpse Piler is destroying him though.
Yep. He's a little stamina and should be good to go.
Oh my God,
Oh.
Lemon survives. And decides to greet it. Wow, nicely done. A little close there, but nicely done by Lem. Cronus is moving towards Red Bear and Rao base. Sirius is back in on Queeline. We'll go with Sirius. Again, this game is so huge for both these teams. Lemon and Cronies continuing to try to fight for the #1 overall seed in the first round bye in the playoffs. Asteroid Destroyers fighting to stay alive and get into the playoffs. All right, we got Lemon here going for Egon's Furled Finger. We'll stay with Sirius is in hell with Queeline and Starfish.
Yeah, it's just going to be
He's
slow.
out of heals. And now I think is one shot. Rolls away and goes down. Sirius there is in a lot of trouble.
Gosh.
We'll stay on the dual screen because it's the best way to show off both Lemon and Cronies. Lemon working on Egon's Furled Finger. Cronies working on the Red Bear and Rao base. 6 friendly NPCs gets marked there for the crash. Budget Hitless get blocked on their diagonal. And Asteroid Destroyers take an 8-6 lead, but still everything to play for here.
I'm surprised they pivot out of 6 friendly NPCs. That felt like a really important square right now.
But this could be big. The Crash here is working on mounted bosses. However, Cronies is sitting at 5 and can go claim this whenever he wants. The Crash, I believe this is only his second.
Yeah, the Red Bear fight.
Let's go ahead and go to the 4-player big screen. We have Sirius on Queeline top right. Lemon doing Egon's Furled Finger. He needs to kill these dueling drakes and then go talk to Egon. Finally, Cronies in the bottom left is doing Red Bear and Rao, and the Crash is trying to do mounted bosses.
I got a little unlucky there. Couldn't get to the head on that Drake. Sirius has 1 hit left on Queeline.
Sirius takes care of Queeline. Meanwhile, Cronies takes care of the Red Bear. And we will go full screen with Lemon here. If Cronies goes back and finishes, Cronies is only 1 mounted boss away. I would imagine he goes back and finishes that. No. Looks like he's going for 2-handed sword, Dragon Crest, Great Shield. So Vikrash might be able to snipe this away. Granted, I believe he still has 3 mounted bosses left. Bingos at this point, not really a threat at all. Lemon and Cronies have no bingos available to them. Sirius and Vikrash do have the column 5 available. However, they would claim 13 points to winning the victory condition with just the 4 squares. So that bingo line is bingos are irrelevant for both teams here.
Yep. Unless you want that 15-point win.
Yeah, unless you want the 15-point win, I suppose. And Lemon is holding on Egon's.
Interesting.
And it could work because Sirius is going south right now.
Yeah. Sirius has probably been active enough that Lemon can read that he hasn't gone that direction yet. He has a little bit of time.
Yeah. Because Sirius just marked Queeline and Bellarat. Granted, there was a good amount of time between Remembrances and Queeline, so it's possible he already has ADM dead.
Yeah. I think if you see Roman a Skadoo avatar and then Queeline though, it's a,
oh my
it's a
god,
pretty
and
good
Lemon's
read.
trying to do Ghost Flame Dragons with
Rivers of Blood.
granted he has Epitaph,
That's big.
so that'll help, but it's still gonna be horrendous.
We'll see. Epitaph buff is definitely not the worst thing.
No, it's plus 100% damage, but 100% of nothing is still nothing. I mean, we can see his damage there. At least it is red on the wing on a chart, or yellow damage on a charge chart too, but that's about as much as I can say. No bleed here. Vikrash continuing to work on the mounted bosses. I think this is his 4th.
Believe so. I mean, that looks pretty good on that dragon, actually, for Lemon. That is not horrendous at all.
Yeah, it's actually very
obviously
doable.
Can be better. Holy weapons will do a lot more, but that's very serviceable.
Cronus is now going for Chief Bloodfiend and Sanguine Noble. He grabs two-handed on the way. Actually does a lot of damage on the Ash of War there.
Yep. Rivers of Blood on dragons is actually, like, surprisingly good.
Yeah, but a dragon that doesn't bleed is a different story, right?
Yeah. I think you can see there how that Ash of War on the head, like... Because really the only thing that sucks about dragons is sometimes missing hits on the head.
There was the 5th mounted boss for Vikrash. He just needs one more.
Honestly, great fight out of Lemon there.
Yeah, very good fight out of Lemon. The problem is Sirius is going to get really hard sniped here.
I think so.
There is a chance that Sirius could take away. Nope, Lemon's going back for it. That's the right play. You kill one and then you go back.
Perfect from Lemon.
Yeah, you kill one and then go back. Like, that's textbook.
Crony's in on Chief Bloodfiend.
And
My
Sirius
nemesis.
goes down there for Egon's Furled Finger, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sirius and Vikrash actually might be in a little bit of trouble.
I mean, yeah, I think we're about to see Budget Hitless take the lead here shortly.
Well, there goes Egon's Furled Finger. Mounted bosses is going to pop. So that will be another square for Sirius and Vikrash. Ultimately, dude, Sirius going to the wrong finger ruins is going to really suck.
Vikrash needs to get to the DLC.
No, Vikrash is in on the DLC. He has Remembrance is Dead, but he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't really gone there yet. There goes mounted bosses for Vikrash. It's a 10-8 game.
What a snipe.
They can't just do that square for the last one, Josh.
Yeah, Vikrash can
still get
Remembrance.
it. Yeah. That's the rule for 2v2. The individual player is locked out. We changed that rule, not the team.
Yeah, and I did say Vikrash could get it to them, so they're aware of that as well.
I feel like Sirius needs to go ahead and get into get into Altus.
Yeah. There is, I mean, Sanguine Noble, Magnus, unlocking access to Dragon Crest Great Shield, getting Demi-Human Queens.
Yeah, because Vikrash is gonna get Vikrash is gonna get Memory Stones, but the question is just where do they get their last 2 squares?
Yep. Because Ghost Flame Dragons is about done now. For Lemon. He'll have to get this one down. And damage a little better here for Lemon. Slightly lower scaled dragon. Oh, Corpse Piler doing work. Holy. Five memory stones pop there for Vikrash. 11 squares for Asteroid Destroyers. 8 for Budget Hitless. About to be 9, and Cronus does have half of Bloodfiend and Sanguine Noble. He's going to have half if not finish two-handed sword and Dragon Crest Great Shield. I did not see if he grabbed it when he went to Red Bear. It's going to finish close. Yep, 2 Ghost Flame Dragons. So just 2 squares left here for Asteroid Destroyers. I don't know where you go, though.
Yeah, I don't know where they go. Yeah, because the last 2 are so... Logre and Magnus makes sense. Sirius needs Altus. Now.
Yep.
And Cronies already has two-handed sword.
Yep.
Lemon is going Altus as well.
It's a big race for both Lemon. Oh, Sirius got TP up to Renala. Up him a little behind.
I think Vikrash needs to go Logre and Magnus and then go for the dupe.
Yeah. I mean, the dupe is still very much an option.
Yeah.
I think for both teams. Obviously, it's limited to Vikrash, but...
Yeah, I mean, Lemon has the most priority on it, but he still has not killed a single Remembrance.
Yep.
There goes two-handed sword, Dragon Crest Great Shield.
10-11, it's close.
Cronies goes down there, it doesn't really matter.
Got the square. There's nothing left there.
Yeah, that's kind of a guaranteed death.
And now Cronies probably just goes to Sanguine to tie it up, right? Unless he wants to hold that prior.
Yeah, I think he goes Sanguine, yeah.
Else.
Lemon and Sirius are both getting, both trying to get into Volcano Manor. Both just need to get grabbed here. And both do end up getting grabbed. Vikrash gets Magnus down.
It's big. Oh, this is going to finish close.
Yeah.
Because budget Hitless does need, I mean, what, 3 out of 4? Sirius and Vikrash only need 2, so I mean,
yeah,
it's close.
The problem for Vikrash is those finger ruins are far. You either have to go through ADM or go to the hinterlands. ADM is faster. Sirius misses a jump there but gets the quit out.
Good fucking quit out. Holy.
And actually, Lemon had to quit out as well, just a little bit further ahead. Cronies is going to get sniped here. Kind of. I think Cronies is going to go Magnus and then go into Sanguine Noble, so he's not going to get Logre and Magnus.
And that's what Asteroid Destroyers need, right?
Yeah. Demi-Human Queens is also a big question mark.
Yeah. That one's fully up in the air right now.
Both of our DLC players are going to be fighting the Abductor Virgins here. They should both light them up. And then Vikrash is fighting Logre. Cronies is probably going to do Sanguine first, not Magnus first. I guess that does make more sense, right? Get the square on the board first. We'll go full screen with Vikrash here as he is fighting Logre. Dude, if Sirius misses out on
finishing those at the same time, pretty much.
If Sirius misses out on play, if this game ends up costing them playoffs and they miss out again because he mismarked, he's gonna be irate.
Yep. And there's the mark for Cronies. We are tied at 11-11.
Yep. But as long as Vikrash is able to get this down, it'll be 12-11. I believe Sirius is going for demi-human queens. Vikrash cannot die to Logre here. Holy fuck, he died.
Oof. Logre is a pretty awful NPC on the list of NPCs. I mean,
this is just going to be a race, though. Like, they're going to be even.
Yep.
Well, Vikrash will be slightly ahead. Actually, he did grab a Grace, so he is more ahead than I thought. But this is a race. We have 2 races on the board. Cronus and Vikrash are racing for Logre and Magnus. Sirius and Lemon are racing for demi-human queens.
If Asteroid Destroyers can win these races, that's it. They're in.
Yeah. I think they have to win both.
So after Logre Magnus, we probably see Vikrash and Cronus both go for dupe.
Yes. Oh my god, Cronus doesn't know the Grace. Okay, no, he's going to go there, but he didn't sit. So now Lemon's ahead. There goes Logre and Magnus for... There goes Logre and Magnus for Vikrash.
Is he going dupe?
Yeah, the situation right now is Sirius and Lemon are racing for demi-human queens. Vikrash and Cronus are probably racing for dupe. Sirius did mismark dupe earlier, so he is locked out, but the entire team is not. Vikrash can still mark the square, but Sirius cannot get that square. Queens? No, Lemon's now ahead. Sirius killed the first queen first. But Sirius forgot that you have a Grace in Sirius forgot about the Gelmir Grace and started running there and then warped. And Sirius is having a lot of trouble here. He's getting lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh my god. He's just getting
He survives on one and oh my god.
Holy shit.
He died. He died. He died. He died.
Vikrash is the win condition right now.
Yeah, Vikrash is the win condition.
He does need a DLC remembrance, it looks like, going in on Rolana.
Yeah, they both do.
As does Cronus.
I mean,
actually, Lightning here, kind of good.
Cronus should have the advantage on Rolana, but then after that, they have to go kill ADM and go south. If Lemon has an incident on Mariga, Sirius still could catch.
Yep.
And Cronus is just better at this Rolana fight and also has more damage.
Yeah.
There goes the
Cronus
queens.
Gonna take a huge lead.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been their condition from the start, right? Even though Vikrash got there first, they probably need ADM to be their strongest soldier for while Cronus struggles with Starfist. Because yeah, Rolana just got destroyed by Cronus. Did Sirius already kill the one in Weeping? No, right? And Sirius dies to Cerulean Co-Skip.
Oof. It might be heartbreak here at the end for
yeah,
Asteroid
and Vikrash just goes down. It might be heartbreak at the end, man.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
if Sirius just went to the actual finger ruins instead of duping at Ymir. We'll go with Lemon here. Sirius is continuing to mess up, and then once Queens gets marked, Sirius is out of the game. Yep, Sirius is done. Sirius cannot mark anything because he's locked out of the final square. It is between Vikrash and Cronies. The thing is, Lemon's also going Rolana as well, and Lemon already has ADM dead.
Yeah, so even if Cronies has a massive issue with ADM.
I'm not even sure where he is.
I have no idea what he's doing. Is he...
He's going the wrong way. I mean, Cronies getting lost is huge.
Directions could be the greatest boss.
Oh, Vikrash goes down again.
Ah.
I think that'll do it.
Yeah, he might have had a chance there. I mean, it looks like Cronies is back on track now, so I doubt it, but... That hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Cronies needs to go... Oh, no, he's not running... No, Cronies was not going EDM. He's going ELAC. He's going ELAC River to get to the dupe. Okay. That makes sense.
He was turned around on it a little bit, I think, but he found it.
They're both going for it, right? Like, they both could get this, because Lem already is in south, so Lem is closer to the Finger Ruins, right? While Cronies already has the Remembrance dead. I cannot, dude, if they end up missing playoffs by one game because Sirius mismarked again, that's so tragic.
Dude, it's devastating. Like, I am heartbroken for them.
Yeah.
That is just... Like, you look at this board right now and it is devastating.
Yeah, like, you hate for mismarks to decide the game, but it says Finger Ruins, right? And he didn't go to the Finger Ruins.
Lim might end up being the one here that gets it. Where's Cronies at?
Yeah, I think Lem will end up getting this, actually. It actually doesn't say at, but you are right.
Dupe a DLC Remembrance, one of the Finger Runes.
Yeah.
Ooh, let that spelling error through, that little grammatical error through, huh?
Well, Nartok wrote it, and then I approved it because I missed the at. My bad.
I've never noticed it before. I've seen that score many times.
Yeah,
Your
I've
brain
never noticed
autofills
it either. Yeah. And to be
Beautiful
fair,
game
the
from
guy who wrote
Asteroid
that was
Explorers.
German, so they can't pull a German excuse because Nartok wrote that. And I did approve it, but that's a
Who's
brutal.
also notoriously can't spell or read, so.
Yeah. This is so heartbreaking. They played
Dude,
so well today. They played so well. Like, they deserve to win this game. Minus the mismark.
Flawless game plan.
Yeah. Yes, I know that, but it's... The players know that, right? Like, they know. Yes.
And here we go, Lim creeping up on the final square.
Yeah, Lem's gonna mark it here, and that'll be game.
And an absolute heartbreaker, dude.
A heartbreaker for Sirius and Vikrash, but Lemon and Crony survive what was a very real trap game.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of sports. A little bit of luck sometimes. One thing going your way. That's all you need.
And there it is. That'll do
Lemon and Cronies are the victors by one square, 13-12. So close.
Yeah, so close. It was a great game all around. Holy hell. I cannot believe that.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we'll go
no,
ahead
I'm in
and
the
get...
darkness again.
Yeah, you're back. We'll go ahead and get Rowdy up here. I'm gonna... Just really quickly. I don't like to pull the players after like a tough loss, so I'm just DMing them, letting them know they can join if they want to.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just wanted to DM Sirius and Crash, and we will pull in Lemon and Cronies here. GG's, Lemon and Cronies. GG's. Welcome in. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks.
One hell, I mean, you guys escaped by the hair of your chinny chin chin in that one. How are you feeling? That was wild.
Stressed.
I want to celebrate, but I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, you know, an unfortunate for Sirius, right?
I'm not gonna say anything to that. Nothing.
Okay. Very fair. But yeah, I mean, you guys get the win there in a crazy one at the end, right? You know, Lemon, question for everyone. Weapon choice?
Yeah, I didn't see another good option other than Starfist. And I tested this last night, and you know, I see Roman, I'm like, oh shit, weak to fire. Nope, weak to or strong to slash. So I'm a bit stupid, but it was all right. It actually wasn't that bad. Getting into DLC was pretty good for Somber Weapon. I feel like some of the later fights, it also was pretty good. Just the fucking start was so trash.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough one. Obviously though, you guys escaped with the win and moved to 5-1, and now, you know, can continue to contest for a first round bye. 3 games this weekend, 3 wins. Any thoughts on the weekend and the rest of the season?
Dude,
Starfist
2 of those
every
games were
game,
close
baby.
as hell. Starfist every game?
Giving Crony Starfist is fucked up.
That is a little fucked up.
Yeah.
But GG's, guys. Roddy, anything from you?
No, I only had the Rivers of Blood question because we saw that early, and I was like, that maybe makes sense on this board, but that is a diabolical choice.
Alright, look, it really wasn't that bad.
No, it didn't.
The
end up working out a
downside to
little bit.
Somber is that Ghost Flames is there, but Epitaph was also there, which helped.
Yeah, that damage actually looked really good.
If Epitaph didn't exist, I don't know what I'm doing. Probably weapon checks, or I'm telling Cronus, womp womp, you're stuck with fucking Dragon Halberd or Rivers.
Yeah, and for Sirius and Crash, hell of a game, guys. Very unfortunate. You guys played great though, and that sucks.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, bro, that was crazy. If there's an award for most improved team, fuck the French people. That goes to you guys.
That was a crazy game.
yeah, I mean, I think you can be
Yeah,
positive about the way you
like
play.
my logic behind this board was I'm not gonna test you on the rush gas because I most likely lose them because I don't have the perfect line. That's why I didn't go for cookbooks and stuff. And I was just go back section, get strong, kill everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
You did kill a lot of stuff. Pretty great fights.
And then Krillin comes around the corner and fucks me 5 times.
We like the bulk up poker, dude. You
scared
gotta
of
watch out for
10.
him. You gotta watch out for him, man. He's a monster.
Yeah,
And scared of 10, he just he doesn't care. He wipes me.
I mean, both of you guys, Vikrash as well. You guys played your heart out. Like you guys just played amazing, both of you.
We have a crash with
just-
some violent
Yeah,
snipes there as
just
well.
very unfortunate. You guys played so
I
well.
figured, yeah. I figured I sniped you a lot.
Yeah, that just sucks.
Can you
Yeah.
rephrase that though?
I mean, the game was awesome to watch. Bit of a heartbreaker, but honestly, like, I think for my commentary perspective, the closest and most competitive game I've seen so far this season, which I haven't caught all of them, but it was impressive from both teams. Like, little mistakes, but in general, execution, speed, like game decision making from everyone was fucking outstanding. Like, by far the most fun I've had commentating.
Yeah, we do have one question from chat for Cronies. Cronies, why did you sit on 5 mounted bosses for so long?
At first, I mean, I just knew they had no progress towards it. Varkrash had done Imbued Keys, Sage's Cave, and Elimer, and like, there's no
I had
horses there.
Gaius.
Yeah, that was the only one was Gaius, but I assumed you didn't do any more because you kept marking DLC remembrances, like
That's-
Roman and Shadow Tree.
Does Lumina count as a mounted boss? Because in Wiki it says mounted.
No.
I
she's-
think it is, but it's not.
No.
Dude, Wiki.
But at the
um,
end,
There was a gap
just-
where we didn't know where Sirius was, and we knew Vikrash most likely was gonna not touch DLC for a while, so we played around Sirius going Altis and doing those like co-op
Yeah,
squares,
I should
whatever they're
have.
called,
I should have. When I
combined
pushed you
squares.
into ADM, I should have not went there too. I should have just went Altos like very early, and I just
Yeah,
waited
so
and
we
waited
play
and
around.
waited and
Cronus
didn't
comes
go
in
there.
and does the Altis things in case Sirius goes there, because there's only so much Vikrash can do. And then I
Yeah,
go
but I
south
think-
and I get those squares.
I think we would have had a good chance because we get demi-human queens from you then.
We probably
Yeah,
would have
but
gotten
that's also-
Sanguine Noble and Doom Cheese. If I just because at the end I was just getting sniped all over because I went for I went all the way through ADM, was at Egon's finger. I was just entering the fight when you marked it. Then I was going for Ghost Flame Dragons. Then you marked that, and in that time I could have already had one of these squares, right?
Yeah.
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 And
No,
I had the others
definitely.
prepped,
We
right?
needed some snipe help.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It was
GG's,
just a
boys.
mistake on my side.
We're going to go ahead and get ready for the next game here. A big one between good friends as well in battling it out. Asim and Nexus versus Ellie in Helios. Big game coming up right next, and we will all be right back.